had a saying in my notes, and it was when I was going through a lot at that time. And it said, if you need a good or a bad thing to determine if you will have a good day, it already started off bad. So what I mean by that, if you need something good to happen to you versus you just waking up and you being alive and you being able to make choices and decisions and live how you want to intentionally and ready, you need something good to happen to you in order for it to be a good day, then it was already bad. Because if you're not waking up with the expectation that all is going to work out for me, all is good for me. All right, Papa, good job for eating, Papa. We're also very proud of you. But if you need that in order to have a good day, then you're already thinking outside of yourself for things that are good. You're already thinking outside of yourself for trust and reliability. You're already thinking outside of yourself for a stable foundation to live upon, and nothing outside of us is stable because nothing inside of us is stable. The only constant in our lives is change, you know? So if we're waking up and we're like, I hope this doesn't happen today. I really don't want this. You're already thinking about that bad thing that you don't want to happen. Or you just like, oh, I hope nobody pisses me off today. I hope you know? Don't think about the bad thing, because then you're trying to create a bad day, in a sense. You're already thinking about how the day could go wrong, and you just woke up. You just woke up. It is a matter of recognizing and realizing that it's like you have to be centered and calm in these situations. And not in calm and not feeling the emotions, but like waking up centered and calm. Because if you do feel these things at the start of the day and you're not able to process them at the start of the day and you're like, damn, why am I thinking about this? You're already getting down bad on yourself. Those thoughts happen. Those thoughts come. But it's a matter of how are you going to live with the thoughts and or process the thoughts, because you still have to live with the thoughts as you're processing it, healing it, going through it, being aware of it. You still have to live with it because it's currently in your hand, and you have to think about how to cleanse it, how to wash it, how to nurture it. You know, it's not a matter of ignoring it. It's a matter of, okay, I'm aware of this, but I'm also aware of the control that I have over it, the mindset that I can come with it. So we're waking up and we're already thinking, I need something. I hope that this happens today. I need something besides me just being here, me being my own good thing, and everything else is an extension of that. You know, it's this mindset of being in true balance. And I'm saying that, and I still got life in right now. But for me to still be here, being able to be consciously aware of everything, sometimes can be daunting, but I'm not going to start my day with that. I'm not going to believe that something exteriorly good needs to happen in order for it to be good for me or a good day to me. I hope this is making sense. Yes, because you don't need something good or bad to happen to determine if it's going to be a good day. And one bad thing does not equate the whole entire day. You know? Like that one thing is now your center focus for all 25 hours of the day, 24 hours of the day, sometimes 25. That one thing that happened for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes is now the predictor for the rest of your day, or what happened yesterday is the start of your day. One thing that I did learn in customer service that I did like is that they were like, don't take this call into the next one, because that's what that person, it wasn't good the way, but just stay with me and focus. Don't take this call into the next one, right? If you need a moment, put it on hold, take a moment, but try not to take this call into the next one because they didn't do that to you. They didn't affect you in that way, right? And it's the same with our lives. What happened yesterday, why am I taking it into today? And I was thinking earlier this morning, I was like, because I was like livening up my body and I had went back too far. And that cold wall had touched my back and I said, oh, shit. And I immediately thought, and I was like, if we keep backing up, keep going back to the past and living in it, not processing it, not healing from it, not being aware of how it affects us today or being conscious and things of that sort, or being able to fully just sit and just like, we're going to keep backing ourselves up because we keep reliving conversations, reliving thoughts. We keep going shoulda, coulda, woulda. We keep bringing shame or disappointment into, oh, I should have left or I should have did this. Or it's all these things. We keep backing ourselves up. And as soon as I thought of that, I was like, we're going to keep backing ourselves up into a wall until we are forced to go forward. And we're going to have all these extra layers of pain, all these extra layers of hurt, all these extra layers of processing on top of the processing that we thought we were doing, but we were honestly just sitting there in the past, in the hurt, sitting there in the past, in the hurt. We cannot live in the past. And soon, when we are sitting and living in the past, it is going to start rejecting us, right? Our body is going to start rejecting us because it cannot go back. May it hold the memories, yes, but holding a memory, you can also release it. You can also let it go. And you don't hold on to anything for that long. Nothing that long. Nothing holds on for them. Even heirlooms, if we're thinking about that, that gets passed down. Nobody can hold on to it for that long. It is something that we don't want to hold on to our pain. We don't want to hold on to the past. We don't want to hold on to the hurt. I feel like sometimes, always personal experience speaking, when we are healing, we are so aware of what happened, right? And we like, this is what happened. This is what did it, this is what it does, right? But then we stay there for a little bit too long. And we feel like since we're aware of the pain, that is the healing. Since I pointed out, this is what it's hurting me. This is what is getting at me, right? This is what is... I think there's a cat out there because it sounded like over there. But this is what is getting at me. This is what scarred me, right? We're aware of the scar. But then we continue to go back to the moment in a sense of, why didn't I do this? Because we weren't there mentally. And I feel like, why didn't I do this in this moment? Why didn't I say this in this moment? This and that. It's because in that moment, we have to, with healing, you have to relive the situation as you were, not as you are right now, right? Thinking about like in Christianity, I wasn't aware, right, of, in my mind, I was just like, I'm going to pray the gay away, right? Let's just use that. I'm going to pray the gay away, right? But in my mind now, I'm like, that's impossible. You can't do that. It's just not sound. It's not reasonable. But I have to, when I was healing that, I had to go back to what I felt then, where my mindset was then, where my body was there then. Not now, not with it holding on to the memory, not with me gathering new healing techniques, and not with me being truly loving to express myself and just be me, a bi person. No, I have to go back into that feeling, into that emotion, which is why I say don't stay there. It's because you have to relive the situation where you were and not where you currently are. And sometimes people can get stuck of reliving that situation to feeling like, with them feeling those emotions, with them going back to that mindset that they were in, with their body going back to that and feeling all that they are now currently there. That they are now currently in that spot, in that moment again, and their body feels like it's under attack. Their mind is now clouded. It's feeling anxious. It's feeling depressed. It's feeling worried. It's feeling all of these things. So realizing, no, 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 baby, this is you healing. First, you didn't even notice the wound, but now you notice the wound. But you need to address the wound. You need to clean it out, wash, some soap and water, put some peroxide on it, then put some Neosporin on it. It takes a few steps for the healing with an external wound. Why wouldn't it take a few steps for healing for the internal? So when we are going through this healing process, going through this healing moment, we, hold on, y'all, he on my counter, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, no, not okay, you know better. Excuse me, but when we are in this healing process, when we go back there again, we are going to be reliving the situation as we were. So that way we can relay that information to who we are now. And what I mean by that is, when I think about me laying in my bed, crying in the middle of the night, just like, please, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to like women no more. I don't want to like women no more. I don't want to like women no more. Please, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to go to, like, these thoughts. I have to go back to, I'm laughing now, but I'm trying not to laugh, because that's, every time I laugh through my pain, I think of the hyena card, and I'm not trying to laugh at my pain to mask what I'm currently talking about. So when I would go back to that mind state of just, even that as an example of me crying, of me just feeling, I have to feel that emotion as my teenage child self felt it. My inner child, my inner teenager, how they felt it. I have to feel the fear in my heart that I was cursed, that I was damned, that I was, what's the word I'm looking for? An abomination, in a sense. Something that I am going to go to this place where I am. Did anybody else watch Left Behind? Where I am left behind. That's another whole story for a different day that I'm probably talking about on my podcast or something on here. But I felt like I did not want to be left behind and experience hell, and experience this fire, and experience this pain. And that in itself was creating the pain that I didn't want to experience, because it was spirit, my true soul being like, no. But it was my body and what I was fed and what I kept feeding it. It wasn't nourishing my true spirit, right? So with me going back after we lived that pain in my chest, that fire, that burning in my throat, me clenching my hands together so tight. I have to remember laying it, man, in my chairs, being soaked in I have to relive that experience, because that way I can feel those emotions, right, that I don't want to feel anymore. I can hear that mindset that I don't want to experience anymore. I'm feeling this pain all over my body that is just burning, that is aching, that is just all inside of me. I have to feel that again. So that way, when I sit down and have a conversation with my inner child, my inner teenager, about, being bisexual, about being more expressive, about being open, and having to live with the way I spoke out to others in my community at the time, because I wasn't expressing myself, I have to go back to that, right? And feel that. So that way, again, when I sit down, I'm able to address the wound. When you go back and you relive those situations in your body, in your mind, and everything, right? And you're feeling it, you're experiencing it, and it's taking you back. That is you finally recognizing, like, oh shit, that's a wound. That's you becoming conscious of it. Conscious, and I keep using that because it's so easy for people to do that, and so that's what I'm just, no words explanation. But I can see the wound now. I can see what's happening now. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring it to somebody that can help me, which is my current self, right? This is the wound that we're experiencing. It hurts a lot and it's affecting me. Can we do something about this? Then when we sit down and talk and they're sharing their information, that's me washing it. That's me washing away everything that they've experienced, that they've gone through, which is in self me, that I experienced, but I like talking to the third person, that they've experienced, that they've gone through. That's me washing it, that's me cleansing it, right? When I put on that peroxide and it kind of stings a little, and it kind of burns and it kind of hurts, that's me possibly feeling the shame for me staying for so long. That's possibly me feeling the anxiety that I placed myself back in that place. That's possibly me feeling just the hurt that I stayed for so long, and I dealt with these things and I lived through these experiences and I didn't have true support and I didn't have true love and I didn't have true care and I wasn't able to express. That is the sting of the peroxide, right? And then we put on the Neosporin. And the Neosporin is the way that we're choosing to heal ourselves now, by sitting down and having a conversation and listening and hearing and reminding. I think Chris said that when they talk to themselves at the table and they're live, they're like, it's just to console them and say, we're not here anymore. It's okay. It's all right. And I love that because it is so profound of just sitting and talking with yourself. Because sometimes, even for some reason, we are nicer to people outside of us than inside of us. You know? And so it's this realization that the Neosporin is us just giving those consoling words, giving those calming words, saying, let's just rest today then. Let's put on our favorite clothes today then. Let's, do cartwheels. Let's do what is going to make you happy right now. That's the Neosporin, right? That's the Neosporin of us like, okay, this is going to help you. It's going to soothe that sting that you had, but it's not just going to go over it. It is going to go deep into it, and it's going to cleanse it back up, and we're going to get new skin. But while we're waiting on that, and we put the Band-Aid on top, and the Band-Aid again is also those healing tools, those healing techniques, but it's also community. It's also true support. It's also the true realization of how far I've come to the point that I can address my own wounds and heal it. Right? And taking this understanding that I have me. I've always had me, and sadly in a negative way, that's how I thought about myself. It's, damn, this is all I got. And when I wasn't feeling worthy, when I wasn't feeling loved, and I didn't feel like I can give love, and I wasn't able to express it, all of these things, I had me back then, and I got me now. But now that my mindset is different. My younger child, my younger teenager as well, can feel safe to say, hey, this hurts. Hey, this hurts. Hey, this hurts. So that way we can sit down and be like, okay, let's address the wound. Let's clean it out. Get it all out. And that's processing it. That's understanding it. That's allowing our body to kind of allow them to be like, this is what we felt. Because if we try to approach it with what we know now, what we have now, we can become dismissive. We can repeat the same cycles. Because if like, well, I knew better. But there's still an open wound. It didn't get cleaned. It's getting sand in it now. And now it's growing. And now you gotta amputate your whole arm. And we don't want that for ourselves. We want to truly be able to heal. Truly be able to go inside. Truly be able to recognize like, okay, this is a wound that we feel like since, oh, I recognize that that's a wound. Yeah. But did you address the wound and then dress the wound? Right? You recognize that it hurts you. You recognize that you're wounded. You recognize that you're in pain. You recognize the way that it's constricting your body, constricting your mind. You're recognizing that it has you in a stump, in a stupor, in stagnant energy. You recognize that it has you in cycles. You recognizing all of these things. Oh, I see that, I see that, I see that, I see that. And that can cause you to overwhelm yourself with noticing so many things and taking it all in, but not processing any of them. Right? Not truly listening to yourself. There's a saying, mom used to say, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Because sometimes it's okay to listen twice as much as you speak. So instead of just saying, oh, I know I got that pain. I know I'm dealing with that. Just like, I have these days that I call silent days where I don't speak at all. I don't say anything at all to anyone, and not even to myself. I don't even talk to myself out loud. I'm just quiet. I don't say anything the entire day, and sometimes until the next day because it feels so calm, where you just don't speak and you just listen. Because sometimes we try to talk things away or talk ourselves into something or out of something. Having quiet days has helped me so much immensely. Because I'm always trying to, let me talk it out, let me do that. That's sometimes what our parents did to us. As a way to show, hey, we talked about it, we did this, we acknowledged it. Hello, good morning. Sweet risings, talking about healing right now. But allowing ourselves to recognize, instead of just talking it out, having a quiet day and listening to what our younger self is truly saying, and actually hearing what our younger self is truly saying and why they want to speak out so much. Because a lot of times I know in like Black households and people of color households, as I'm slowly learning as well, is that we had to be confined and constricted to not expressing ourselves, to not being vocal, to not being heard, right? So we have this awareness now as we are adults and we understand that we are healing. We understand that we can have control. Our younger selves and our teenage self, our inner child, they are still feeling repressed. They are still feeling quiet and not heard and not seen. So when we are going through healing, instead of just acknowledging, oh yeah, that hurt me, that gave me pain, that's where my trauma comes from, process it actually. Sit down with the inner child, with the inner teenager and say, this is the wound. Tell me about this wound. How did it make you feel? And just truly listen. Because again, when you are going through the healing process, you are going to have to relive that inside of yourself. Because they are still inside of you. They are you. Just at a different stage of your life. They have always been you. They have always been there for you. They have always been right by your side and right within you. So we want to truly listen. We want to truly take acknowledgement and recognize, have I actually done that? Or am I just trying to talk to them in a way with my awareness and not listening to where my awareness was, where my consciousness was, where my body was, where my environment was. And that is truly where the healing hurts, is because we have to live it again in order to push forward and live in the now. Because again, we cannot keep going back. And when we don't actually process, we don't actually truly heal, take accountability for what happened to us as well. Not just for what we didn't do, but what happened to us. And we're taking that into account in our mind and in ourselves. It's like, this is what's going on. And we're sitting there and we're holding our hand, just letting them cry, be snotty nosed, let them be angry, let them scream, let them do what they need to do, because that is you as well. And you need to do that. So no, you cannot approach it like in a way of just like, well, we know better now. We know better now, but they are still there. So we need to heal them as well. It's like a Russian doll, right? Throughout the card, you just keep opening it up, open it up, open it up. And it's just the same variation of the same person, right? And then it reminds me of, what's that movie? I love it. It's called The Guardians, not the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians. And with Jack Frost and all them, and he's Santa Claus, or Saint Nick is showing him, and he's like, this is me, but this is also me, but this is also me. And inside is a little baby, right? Because inside it's just layers upon layers, like Shrek. But that is the truth. But the more that we remove the layers and truly allow our freedom of expression, allow us to be truly open, allow us to be truly vulnerable, even with ourselves, that is the key. Can I be vulnerable with myself? Can I be vulnerable with myself? Can I cry in front of me? Can I scream in front of me? Can I break down in front of me? Can I sit and just be depressed, sad, anxious with me without brushing it off, brushing it away? I need to fix it. I need to get up. I need to do this. I need to do that. Why are you rushing yourself again the same way that people rushed you beforehand? I say it all the time. Are you a safe place that you can go back to? Right? Are you a safe place that you can console yourself and love on yourself and give to yourself? Are you a safe place? Instead of trying to find out, do I have community? Do I have friends? Do I have family? Do I have outside sources that can love on me, that can give to me? Can you give to you? Can you love on you? Can you cherish you? Can you adorn yourself with affirmations and gifts and time and energy? Can you give that to yourself before expecting that from others? Right? Because again, if you have to wake up and the outside is what determines what type of day you're going to have, I'm pretty sure you're doing that with other things in your life as well. This is going to determine this. This is going to determine this. This is going to determine this in that way and in that sense and in that. We have to go inside. And I think sometimes when we are going inside and we're seeing things, oh, that felt good. And we're seeing things and we're feeling things, we feel like we're going to go back. But no, the more that we're feeling it more intensely, the closer we are getting to healing it and getting prepared to actually acknowledge it and address the wound properly, right? It's kind of like when you hear a child crying, the further away you get, the less you can hear of it, right? The closer you get, it sounds like an alarm. And that's exactly how I want you to think of your healing. The closer I'm getting, it sounds like an alarm. It's getting louder and it's getting louder and it's getting louder. It's your inner child, your inner teenager, your inner you trying to get a hold of where you are now, which is your highest self. Because right now, they know that right now where you are, your highest self can actually take care of me. You have the capacity, you have the energy, you have the strength to take care of little me. If I can go through all I went through and we're still here, but now you have new knowledge, new information, oh, you can definitely take care of me. Please take care of me. I'm begging you to please spend some time with me. Listen to me. I'm begging, please love on me. I need it because we need it. So with healing, it is not just acknowledging that what you need to heal from or that you need to heal. It's going really fucking deep in and having to relive it. Okay? So, Spirit, what do you have for us today for the daily reading? Ooh. What do you have for us today for the daily reading? Speak now, please. Don't hold back. Oh. Ooh. I don't know. Alright. I feel you got more, so give me a little bit more, Spirit, before I... Ooh. Give me a little more, Spirit, before I call it out. Give me a little bit more, Spirit, before I call it out. Wow, and I looked at that. Alright, hold on. Okay. Okay, let's get into this. This is just a daily reading, okay? So the first card that came out was Tap into the Earth, okay? It says, embrace nature in all of its energy, become more grounded, trust, have no fear, root chakra work, go outside and be ready for abundance. So when we are tapping more into ourselves and we are being more grounded in ourselves, we can trust ourselves. And when I say no fear on this card, I mean you are able to face the fear and still move through it, still process it, right? Because the root chakra is not about diminishing the fear, well, getting rid of it. It is, but it's also about, can I still move through the fear in order to advance myself, to learn about myself, to understand and take account, okay? And when I say be ready for abundance, I don't just mean prosperity and wealth. I mean, are you actually fully ready for love? Are you actually fully ready to trust more, to be open more, to be abundant in joy, to be abundant in peace? Some people, me, personally speaking, when I first was experiencing peace and being calm within self, I confused it for being bored, for being stagnant, for not moving, and not recognizing that since my body was so unfamiliar with this, of actually being at rest and trusting in what is going to happen for me, or just trusting in myself for the first time ever, I was like, this isn't right. I need to get up and do something. I need to make something. And that is where it can lead to hindrances. So when we are saying be ready for abundance, it is more than just a wealth. It is be ready for an abundance of joy that your body has never felt. Be ready for an abundance of peace, harmony, openness, more community, being more centered in self, being more trusting in self, okay? So tap into that earth energy. The earth knows that no matter what, it can rely on the earth to heal itself, to shift the plates if they're feeling uncomfortable, to rain down when they need to release, to have the sun when they're feeling, they are able to trust and rely on themselves. The earth is very in tune with itself, okay? It's time for you to also have that same energy. Okay? We have time to recharge and clean house. Feng Shui. Okay? So, me, if you know me, which I know you do, but if you know me and anybody that watches this, I love to move my house around a lot. When I'm feeling like, okay, my energy is kind of not moving, or when I feel like I'm going to go do something, like with the first one where I just, let me shift some things around. Trees literally move. They move like at least once a year. They continuously move, right? Because again, the only constant in this world is change. So even they have to recharge themselves or shift or go to a healthier environment. So use that as plain, going by, another confirmation. Maybe you need to move some things around in your life, shift some things, change some things, okay? We open it up. It is time to recharge and clean house. Yes, clean your exterior house. Most definitely clean your exterior house, and you got to take it a step at a time, take it a day at a time to do that. But also to cleanse this house. Because there's the point of cleaning the outside and it looks great with the inside. Okay? There used to be a song in church called From the Inside Out, from the inside out. Whatever you do, Lord, do it from the inside out. Okay? I'm not Christian, but a bop was a bop, okay? But clean yourself from the inside out. So that way, as I'm cleaning myself, again, now my home is a reflection of me cleaning. So if you need to move something around because you feel like you just gotta do something, move your house around. Put that picture over there instead, but also clean yourself. And what I mean by that is also journaling is cleaning out your mind. Talking to yourself is cleaning out your mind. Sitting and focusing is clearing out your body. Stretching, doing yoga, dancing is clearing out your body. Right? Just having a meal or sitting on the altar is cleaning out with your ancestors. When's the last time you cleaned your altar? When's the last time you just replaced it or just allowed them to just kind of have an empty space for a little while without trying to crowd it with so many things? So yes, cleaning the physical is very, very powerful because we don't want things hiding in the nooks and the crannies of our physical world. but also it can hide inside of our insides as well, okay? We got brush your teeth and wash your ass. So if you have not, and I understand if you are in a depressive state, this is not apply to you. If you are in a state where you just need to just kind of sit and not do anything, I understand. As a person that when I go through that, I don't move. But this is a realization that sometimes doing the smallest things for our body is still showing to our body, to ourselves, that we care, that we love on ourselves, okay? That, hey, I'm going through this, but I'm still going to give you a little bit of love, okay? I'm still going to make sure that you're taken care of and that you're healthy, okay? I do love you. I may not be able to eat today, but at least I can, like, brush my teeth today. Or at least clean it out with some mouthwash. Or, you know, my hands have been kind of rough because I keep wiping one of my tears and wiped away the moisture. Put some lotion on your hands next time. You know, just certain things just to continuously tell your body, I am here to take care of you. My inner is just really healing. I really am just trying to clean out the house right now and I don't have energy. So just do some of the small things to just continuously tell yourself, I love you. I care about you, okay? Because the spirit is really saying, time to hydrate. Don't dry out your reservoir, okay? So again, we want to continuously recharge ourselves. Make sure that we are not burning out. We're not doing more than we want to, okay? Or we're not overextending ourselves. Or we're not in such a deep stupor. It's time to hydrate, okay? You'll drain it all out. That is, can be actually drinking water, right? Which I'm about to do. I'm about to use it as a segue. Okay? By hydrating and not driving out your reservoir, I created this for your spiritual. I created this card for what are you giving to your soul? Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you being grateful? Thank you so much, how far we've gotten. Are you praising and giving acknowledgement to where you have progressed inside of yourself, where you have grown inside of yourself? Because that is also giving hydration. We don't do this anymore. I'm so grateful. I'm so proud. I'm so proud that we actually did this today. I'm so glad that when I had that mental thought that thought it was going to come in, I pushed it right out. I'm so glad I just decided to say no today. It matters. Like I said, the small things create the bigger picture. It's like a puzzle. The small pieces of a puzzle create the biggest puzzle piece. Puzzle picture, excuse me. So creating that and allowing that to happen in, okay? Hydrate yourself. It's time to start hydrating yourself. Okay? It says time to stay within balance for your mind, body, and soul. Don't neglect one for the other. This is definitely, and then we got 333. So you've been seeing 333, 003, 313, 113, anything of that sort. It is about staying within balance of yourself while you are currently on the path that you need to be on. That you are currently on the path that is going to lead you to where you want to go. That is your goal, okay? But with the journey, I wouldn't recommend focusing so much on the goal, but on what you're currently doing while you're there. That's the fun part. That's the enjoyable part. That's the learning part. That's where we get the lessons, okay? So it says time to stay within balance for your mind, body, and soul, okay? And right now it's looking like our exterior, while we're healing our interior, is suffering, okay? With the recharging and cleaning house, with the brush your teeth, with the time to hydrate, it's definitely giving that right now we're focused so much on our healing on the inside that we are neglecting the outside right now. We understand that we're going through these mentally and we're prepping for that, but it's giving that the outside is suffering. And it's always about a balance within, okay? Yeah, I'm doing this next. I have a clear sense of things to come and that are here, okay? This is about staying present in the moment. I understand exactly, again, where I'm going, where my path is, but I am also going to stay present in the moment. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to stay centered in myself. That also allows us to not dry out. That also allows us to be present in what we can do for our physical body and our physical environment. Also what we can do for our mindset and being trusting in ourselves, being grounded and rooted in ourselves. So being present while also having a clear sense of what is to come. Because that is the best way. Because the more we start clouding and moving ourselves so quickly for the future, we can't see it anymore. Because each day we're getting closer to it, but we continue to keep pushing it off, and we might not even get there because we keep seeing it in the near future, right? That way to the point once we actually obtain it, but it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's it, right? So we, again, want to have a clear sense of things to come and that are here, okay? My dreams provide me with answers. Provides me answers. Allow true freedom of the mind. So again, your mind is trying to get a hold of you. Like I said, you may be going through some things mentally. This is a daily reading for all. This is a collective reading, FYI. So when I say you, I mean me. When I say me, I mean you and we and so forth. So my dreams as well. It says, my dreams provide me with answers, and they do. They really do. The colors of the dream may help you with understanding what chakra you need to work with. You know, if you're seeing the same location, am I in the same place? Am I in the same mindset? Your dreams provide you with answers, but you also have to have freedom of the mind. And in order to have freedom of the mind and to trust your dream and to actually just kind of step into it, you need to tap into that earth energy, into that root chakra of being grounded and knowing that when I go into this sleep realm, into this different dimension, into this different world, that I have not neglected my body so much into the present in this 3D world that when I go there, I'm also going to neglect the messages, the information, the inscription of life of what I need and what's going on, because that also provides with answers. If I have a clear sense of things to come and that are here, my dreams are also going to be a reflection of that as well. Okay, so pay attention to your dreams, but you need to have freedom of the mind, no fear. And if you do have fear, have protection stops in place, because right now is the time to get that up. Because right now it says you have reached your ascension and completed your level, so it's time to level up for your purpose. Right? That's 999, 009. Okay, so that is reaching that level, reaching that height, reaching that moment. Time to hydrate yourself. Okay, journaling, doing yoga, taking a you day, going out in nature, cooking some good food, doing your makeup, putting on the clothes you want to wear, just allowing yourself to stay present in the moment and hydrate yourself. Again, it's going back to that what we were talking about with healing the inner child. Maybe just shut up and listen to them and let them control the day. Or the teenager. Or shoot, even the young, preteen or the young adult. Or allow yourself from a year ago to take control. But it's allowing yourself to truly be rooted within yourself, okay? We have time to travel. Take a vacay or break, time for an experience, okay? So it could also help you with you feeling like you're doing so much right now, healing is getting used, time for just take an experience. And they definitely really want you to go do it, because it says go have fun and allow your life to be lived. So they definitely want you to get out and have fun, and fun can be whatever you deem as fun. I want you to remember that. Whatever you deem as fun, whatever you deem as enjoyable, whatever you deem as something that is going to be, even if it's just playing games all day, right? Even if it's just in your room, cleaning it and listening to music and dancing, and go have fun, go do whatever it is, and just allow your life to be lived, right? That's also how you can be rooted within, because you can trust yourself enough to know exactly what you enjoy, what you like. Let's also recharging and cleaning your house, because you are clearing out old ways of thinking. I can't do this because of this. I can't have fun because of this. I can't experience this because of this. I can't take a break. I can't take a moment to breathe. I can't take a vacation. I can't. No, that is also allowing you to be recharged with your power. Look at that. Another fucking playing date out today. Loud. Take a break. Take a vacation. Experience life. Because that also, again, is allowing you to be mindful of your body and how you're treating it, and that you're taking care of it, and that it's healthy. I like this body where I am right now. Let's go out. Let's go do something, okay? And they really mean that, because they put stop being hard-headed, go do that shit. So it's given that you already know what you've been wanting to do. And you feel like there's all these factors that are holding you back. Instead of saying, this is what I want to do, Spirit, show me how to get there. Because I have a clear sense of things to come and that are here. Spirit, this is what I want to do. Go do that shit. Stop being hard-headed and go do that shit. A hard hand makes a soft ass because you keep sitting on it. Excuse me. Go do it. Go experience and go live your life and go enjoy. All right? We have, we're going to do this one. The bullshit you've been giving me, I blocked that. No wonder you've been feeling backed up. Now, this came out, again, this is a daily reading. So there could be somebody that has been giving you bullshit. That has been lying to you, that has not been truthful with you, that has not been real with you, right? But luckily, you have been getting your protection up. You have been mindful of that. You have been aware, especially during this healing process, your ancestors and angels have been rocking shit. I'm hearing they have been rocking shit for you. They have been like, while my baby is going through some shit, while they are currently, trying to recharge themselves and heal themselves and stay rooted within, so that way they can prepare to go on this experience and this journey, they've been blocking it. And so have you. And so have you. And you have also, people got to realize that, yes, protection, like salt in front of the doorway or just spells or things of that sort are also protection, but your own body is also your protection. Because when we think about it, when we're going through healing, we are understanding what we went through, true healing. We're understanding what we went through and what we're not allowing anymore. So when we're professing that in our body by saying, I'm not allowing this anymore, and then we say it out loud, and then we start acting out on it, that's also protection. Right? And you blocking that is you healing things that you just allowed. And not allowed like, oh, I just not this, but just that was inside of your brain because that's where you were at that moment. That's where you currently were at that moment. You weren't able to have strong defenses because you didn't feel like you didn't have any defenses in the first place. But also your ancestors and spirits, I'm hearing loud and clear, baby, we've been blocking that shit. So the bullshit they've been trying to give you, whether you talk to them or not anymore, whether they're in your presence or not anymore, any of that, they have been blocking it. They've been trying to give it to you hard. They've been saying little things. They've been doing little things. And whatnot, but it doesn't matter because it's been blocked and they're feeling backed up. Have you ever really needed to take constipation? That's the word. You just really need to let it out and you couldn't, and it starts to hurt your stomach, your liver. It starts to move up to your back. You're like, what? I'm so uncomfortable. I cannot. It's because what they have been trying to give you, it is backing them up rough. Not only in the physical, but in the spiritual. But it's showing up physically because it's getting them spiritually. Okay? And I know this for a fact because we got this card again. Sneaky little bitches will be coming out. Sneaky little bitches will be coming out. So again, whoever has been trying to, we are currently healing. All these cards are saying is we are healing and we are getting more rooted into self. We are getting more centered into self. Just while we are healing, do not neglect one for the other. It's okay to recharge. But we are currently cleaning house, cleaning ship. Everything is clear. Everything is working out. The path is open. We have reached this level. And somebody or some people or something is not fucking with it. With your protection being as strong as it is and as high as it is right now, it does not matter. So go have fun and go live your life and enjoy it. Because you have already taken back your power and your energy, and they're feeling it. You are currently recognizing, okay, I do need to kind of focus on, brushing my teeth and doing certain things and not drying out my reservoir because I'm so drained. And I feel like this healing process doesn't come with me actually being able to live and being able to explore and being able to experience life or what I'm currently going through. It's just those people will be coming out, okay? They will be coming out. Because it's backing them up, and that constipation in the spirit and in the body is going to come out. It's going to come out. The next card we have is the pain in one's heart can only be measured by the love one uses to fix it. So again, like I said, spirit is saying we are going through this healing process. We are cleaning house, we are cleaning ship, we are cleaning realignment. We are opening ourselves. We are being more secure. We are allowing ourselves to be a safe place to come to and rest and trust and lead and guide ourselves, okay? So the pain in one's heart can only be measured by the love one uses to fix it. So again, love on yourself. Take that break, take that vacation, live that experience. Pay attention to your dreams for the next steps. Bless me for the next present moment, for what's going to happen, and stop being hard-headed. Because obviously it's working and people are backed up spiritually and mentally. Okay, the last card we have is be a sexual being and push the bounds of the layman's term. So when I created this card, I was very sexualized at a young age, and so I feel like that is the only definition of what being sexual is, right? But if we look at the sacral chakra, right, that is also where we find out our sexuality, our creativity, our freedom of expression, being able to go with the flow, being able to be vulnerable, being able to be open, being able to be creative. All of these things, that is also you being sexual. Because sexual is a feeling of being orgasmically open and vulnerable, right? Remember, the best sex you ever had is when you were able to be vulnerable. That is also what it is this card is about. When you're able to truly be vulnerable and express yourself, it is an orgasmic feeling, right? It just allows you to be more open, allows you to be more free, allows you to see and experience more things. Working on that root chakra is going to help you with that sacral chakra. Because now we can be rooted while we are just being free, while we are just expressing, while we are just being creative, while we are being open-minded, and while we are taking in more information and clearing out others. So be a sexual being and push the bounds of the layman's term. Because the layman's term is just sex. But we are more than just that. I'm sexual in the way that I move, and I can draw people's attention to my room, but control it as well. That is, I am that. Not what is done to me, but what I am. That is a sexual being. Okay? So taking that in and realizing that and opening that up, that's recognizing that I am more than what is said to me. I am more than what is done to me. But I also need to hear what was said and done to me. So that way I can understand and decipher what is said and being done to me now by myself. Okay? Then I'm going to hop off of here and then post this one and then hop back on. So I'm just going to be doing these throughout the day. So catch me when you catch me when you can. Okay?